On a day like today, there's only one thing to do. Get a cup of really great unsweetened chocolate and drink it and make soup. You want to come along? Okay. So by the way, I have a new subscriber to me that has been talking to me lately. I love him. I don't know how old he is, but he's puttering around, and Marianne, he's going to give you a race for your money for your age. Anyway, he was talking about making the yogurt, and Marianne was saying how that she doesn't heat the yogurt up to 180, the milk. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm just going to try it this next time. He says he takes it straight from the udder and makes his yogurt. So I am going to heat my milk up to 115 from now on when I'm making my yogurt and try it. See if it works. It's not like I sit it outside in the hot sun the whole time, you know. I just put it right in the fridge. And so my 1 tablespoon of sugar to my 2 tablespoons of chocolate, and there you go. So for our soup today, the thing I love about soup is I just look in the refrigerator and the cupboards and I'm like, what all do I have? Whatever I have, that's what we're gonna do. So when you hear what I'm gonna use for the meat, you may go, what? But that's okay. I am gonna use a ribeye steak. We had opened a package this last week of ribeye steaks that were this thick and this big. This thick. Okay, then I found out it was 2, so maybe it's just this thick. I can't remember. Anyway, it was 2 of them. It was way bigger than either one of us needed. So we just cooked one and we split it and ate it. Well, I have another one left, but it's really good, by the way. So I'm just gonna make my whole soup and use that as my meat. Chop it up in there. It's gonna be amazing steak soup. So I have potatoes and sweet potatoes. I have some squash. I have some carrots. I have onions. I have garlic. And I have cabbage. And I have some vegetable broth that I've thawed, that I brought with me. And we're gonna add them all together and put some seasonings in there and see what we come up with. I love soup day. Time to chop. I'm gonna start with the onion. I think everything starts with the onion in all food. Now, I don't put it in every single thing, but if it's gonna have some flavor, it's gonna have onion in it. And I love onions. My goal is to be able to grow onions this big myself. So this meat cleaver I got when I was over last April. My goodness, it's been a year almost. That I went with my son and his children over to Beijing, China to be the nanny for his children while he was in school for 10 days. And my grandson and I took a cooking class together. And it was a private lesson in someone's home. It was amazing. Anyway, he used this. This is from his place. He had a friend who makes these. And I got one for myself and one for my grandson. And we had to get them home on the plane, which was an interesting situation. But this man could mince things faster than I've ever seen anything minced in my life. And we love it. It's our go-to tool. There we go. Start that cooking. Sizzle, sizzle. Now my cleanup man is Jim, and he's at work right now upstairs. But when I'm in the kitchen and he's here with me, he's just cleaning up as fast as you can imagine, it's like a dream come true. You just cook and boom, it just gets cleaned up. It's really nice. Next is celery. And we purchase our celery from a farmer's market here. It is the best, crispest celery ever. I also get my carrots from them. They always cut the ends off. Pretty amazing. Have them all bagged for me. So I think when my mom used to make soup, that she just throw everything in raw into the broth, and that is certainly a way to make soup. I like browning it a little bit to saute it and give it some flavor. Nothing like a good cup of hot chocolate on a cold, snowy day. Then I just fill it full of herbs. And the goal is to have all your own fresh. So the other day I was watching a cooking show and they were making soup and they had this really great stock. And so they added some Worcestershire sauce, which I'd stopped using completely because it has molasses and sugar in it. Once in a while I'll add it in. And then fish sauce, just a little bit of fish sauce to make that, to add a little flavor to it. So I was like, hey, what's it matter? Let's just try it. It does smell amazing. I'm going to use a different knife for my little potatoes because I really don't want to cut my fingers off. They're round and rolled. I'm not peeling them, they're just little Yukons. I'm only using 4 small ones. That looks amazing. So now what I'm going to do is, it's gotten brown. Oops, one potato that's pretty chunky in there. got all the flavors on the bottom of the pan. And this is my vegetable broth that I made from cooking down vegetables in Oregon. And I'm going to add it in there. Oh my goodness. And then I'm going to add in some organic Great Northern beans that are from a can, but I have them and I think it'll be a good thing to add in for more fiber. Add the whole can, literally. The can just fell right in. So just a white bean. And when we were traveling this last year, we stopped by Cortez, Colorado and bought beans, actually Dove Creek, Colorado, and bought raw beans, 4 different 10-pound packages of them. Gave one to my son-in-law and kept the rest, and I'm very excited. I'm trying not to open them all. I opened one, but I don't want to open them until we get where we're going. One of them is a butter bean. I'm so excited about that. So I'm just going to put the lid on and let this start simmering down, and I'm going to cook the steak. The other thing I don't have in there yet is my cabbage. It is seriously snowing outside. Y'all know how much I love cabbage. Steak time. So I'm going to cook it on the grill here, getting it nice and hot. We like our steak medium rare. And we cooked it like that yesterday, and it was, I know it's going to get cooked a lot more in here, so I'm going to add it just barely at the end, and that's okay. That's just the meat we're choosing to use because we have it. Bought it a long time ago, need to use it up, so why not make a steak soup? Beautiful. A couple more minutes on that side, then I'm gonna let it rest, cut it up, and just before this is done, I'll pop it in there. So my steak has rested, I'm gonna cut it now. Taste it just to make sure it's terrific. Yep. Oh man. So I'm cutting it against the grain. I'm going to test it and see how done it is. It should be done. Oh yeah, it goes in really well. before I actually take it to Gianna, who's working upstairs, I ought to taste it first. Wow, what an amazing array of flavors. So when you're making your soup, open up your refrigerator, open up your spices and your herbs, and just throw it all together. It's wonderful. Have fun cooking soup.